Back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today, and welcome to the San Francisco 49ers live post-game show versus the Dallas Cowboys in the 2021 NFC Super Wildcard Playoffs. And oh my goodness, what an absolutely unbelievable game. That was the craziest sports game I have ever seen in my life. I have never seen a game so wild, so crazy, come down to the wire. Oh my gosh, what a huge win for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go, 49ers faithful. We did it. We went into Jerry World and we got the win in Dallas, 23-17, and we proved to everyone that we could go into Dallas and get this win, and it feels so sweet to get this win. Prayers go out to Nick Bosa, to Fred Warner, to the 49ers players that went down to injury in this game, and that is, of course, our number one concern here. Thoughts, prayers go out to them, and let's pray that for Bosa, the injury was a head injury. And, anytime you hear something like that, obviously, it's just really tough. And, again, my thoughts and prayers go out to him, and, just praying that everything's going to be good and, for his long-term health. And we'll see how he's feeling this week and if he'll be good to go against the Green Bay Packers, as we are now going to Green Bay in the NFC divisional playoffs. And I could not be more pumped to see this 49ers team just continue to go through adversity when, everything, the writing was on against us on the wall. I mean, towards the end of this game, it was looking so close, and we've gone through a lot. We've had some very tough losses this year, and even for the game, I mean, 3 times I was losing my voice thinking the game, it looked like it was going to be over. We were getting the football back. I think it was like a minute 50 or 2 minutes left in the game. And, we had all 3 of our timeouts, and, we just could not get that one first down to pretty much clinch the game at that point. And, it came down to a 3rd and 10, I believe 3rd and 10 play, and we end up running, giving it to Deebo Samuel. And I just love Kyle Shanahan, going with that play in that situation. The Cowboys probably thought we were going to run the football in that situation, and we do run the football, but hand it off to Samuel, and it ends up being 4th and inches as they end up measuring it. Welcome in, everyone, to the post-game show. Glad you joined us here as we're breaking down this epic win in the craziest sports game I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen so many epic games, so many amazing sports games, but I've never seen anything like this. A game that literally so many tense moments. Like, my heart was jumping out of my chest, and just trying to breathe in the moment. And again, you just did not know how this game was going to end. Great game, Cowboys fans. It was so awesome to have the rivalry renewed, and there's nothing like it. 49ers Cowboys in the playoffs, and for me, this was the first time that I got to witness this in my lifetime, as the last time that they played, I was not born yet when they played in the playoffs, January of 1995. It was the year I was born. I was born in July of that year. But man, just unbelievable game, and welcome in, everyone. Let's get to some comments. Welcome in, Kaola. How are you doing today? Welcome in, Hero Austin. Great to see you. Great win by the 49ers. That ending was wild. Absolutely. I mean, 3 times I thought the game was over. First thinking, that Deebo Samuel had got enough on that play to get the first down. And then, the 4th and inches, you saw that we had it. But then, Trent Williams there gets called for the false start on the quarterback sneak. And then, just wow, just unbelievable. And give credit, give credit to the Cowboys obviously coming back. Early in this game we dominated. I mean, we came out the gate and the offense was just incredible on that first drive, driving all the way down the field, getting the touchdown, and setting the tone early. And that's what you got to do on the road. You got to set the tone early, and an unbelievable crowd, and it was just so loud, so noisy out there. Shout out to all the 49ers faithful in attendance. Way to represent out there. The sea of red was amazing to see in Dallas, and just an incredible win, absolutely incredible win. And this is, this win, it's just awesome to get this win now. I mean, the momentum for us, it just propels us forward. Essentially last week was a playoff game as well. That game coming down to the very wire, our season on the line, and this game as well. And, wanted to share some thoughts on what happened in that final play of the game. And, if some of you are wondering what happened, why weren't the Cowboys able to get another playoff at 1 second or something. And so what happened in that situation? Well, now let's go back. So 14 seconds in the game, Cowboys, I think, were at the 40-yard line or something like that. But they end up, Prescott runs with the football, slides down at about the 25-yard line. The clock is, I think, at 6 seconds or something. It's ticking away. And I forget which Cowboys player it was, but what he ended up doing is, so he was supposed to hand the football to the ref in that situation. And had he have done that, the clock would have stopped at about approximately, I think, 1 second. But he made the mistake of handing the football to his center. And in doing so, that the clock continued to tick, and that's why the clock ran down to 0 and why the Cowboys were unable to run a final play. And so that was a huge mistake on the Cowboys players' part, not knowing the situation in that moment, not knowing that he had to hand the football to the ref. And by him not doing so, that institutes the clock to continue running because he handed the football to his center. And I mean, just one of the most unbelievable, wild, and crazy finishes to a game that we have ever seen. I mean, had he have done what he should have done, the Cowboys would have had one last chance to punch it in the end zone, 25 yards about out they were. So, again, would have came down to another final play. And I mean, just unbelievable finish. And man, I'm just so happy that we got this win. Let's get to some more comments. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Tyler Burbeck. Great to see you. Cowboys made the mistake yet to run up the middle with 8 seconds. Absolutely, they made a big mistake. They were at the 40-yard line. I was thinking, I mean, in my mind, once they had already gotten into 49ers territory, I was already kind of mentally preparing for, okay, the game probably will come down to a Hail Mary situation, and Cowboys will have a chance to put it up and see what happens there. But they made a huge mistake going down the middle. They have known the situation and handed the football to the refs, they would have been able to have a last play with 1 second left. And unfortunately for them, they did not do that. And fortunately for us, we are able to come out with the win now and advance in the NFC playoffs now, the divisional round, and we will be taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and that's going to be an epic matchup. Going back to week 3 in the season, that game came all the way down to the wire. The Packers won that game 30-28 on a Crosby game-winning field goal, and so I'm anticipating another wild, crazy game coming up next weekend, and I think it's going to go down all the way to the wire, one possession game, and I'm just so excited for it. And welcome in, Kincaid. How are you doing? Again, I'm sorry about your Cowboys. You guys, congratulations on a great season, and I know for you guys, it's not how you wanted the season to end, obviously. Playing very well in the regular season and, losing in the first round of the playoffs at home. I know the feeling of what it's like to lose tough playoff games and, I know the feeling. So again, best of luck to you guys next season. And, again, I know hearing congratulations on a great season is not obviously probably what you want to hear right now, but, again, I know, great game out there. And, just best of luck moving forward. That's awesome, Gabriel. Dude, big shout out to my best friend Gabriel. Dude, hope you're doing well, man, and enjoyed that game. We'll definitely be chatting it up here later tonight, and man, I'm just so happy right now. I'm so excited. Again, so many people counted out the 49ers. So many people were doubting that we could come into Dallas and get this win, and we just continue to play our brand of football. And man, Elijah Mitchell, the rookie, was amazing today, running with the football. And you look at he carried 27 carries for 96 yards on the game. He was terrific and took care of the football, averaged about 3.6 yards a carry. And Deebo Samuel, absolutely amazing, being able to use him as a running back, as a wide receiver. There's so many different plays that you can run, whether you have Deebo Samuel in the backfield. And, just so many different looks that, you can give the defense to try to confuse them and to not know what's going to be coming. And so Deebo Samuel, 10 carries for 72 yards on the game. I mean, anytime Samuel was running with the football, absolutely amazing. And, good game. Looking forward to the next 49ers Cowboys matchup. The rivalry is, it's such a great rivalry. And again, lifetime, you guys still got ownage over us in the playoffs. Now with this win by the 49ers, our record now goes to 3-5 against you guys in the playoffs. So again, it's one of the most intense rivalries in all of sports. And, it was also this game, the first ever NFL playoff matchup between two teams that had won 5 Super Bowls apiece. And so this was a game for the record books. And for me, with the history of the rivalry, with everything riding on the line, and, I think for me, this was probably the greatest sports game that I have ever single-handedly witnessed, watching, and just, man, I'm never going to forget this game. And, again, one for the history books, and great game out there, Cowboys fans. I feel for you guys. I know what it's like to lose really tough playoff games, and so again, good luck to you guys moving forward. And that was a heck of a game. And the rivalry, there's nothing like it, competing against you guys. And what a game this was. And my heart rate, I can only just imagine what my heart rate was, because my heart was jumping out of my chest. It felt like, and I losing my voice, screaming. And if you guys haven't seen my reaction video, definitely check it out. You can see my reactions towards the end. Just so exciting to get this win. And I can't wait for the epic matchup coming up next weekend, taking on the Packers in the NFC divisional playoffs. And let's get to some more comments. Garen, welcome in, Big E. I wouldn't go as far as to say guarantee. There are no guarantees in sports. So again, I respect your opinion, and always enjoy hearing from everyone and their thoughts. And look, obviously, again, Packers, man, they had a heck of a season. And Aaron Rodgers, MVP of the season, of the regular season, just continues to play incredible football. And look, it's going to be a great matchup. And like I said earlier, 49ers playing against the Packers week 3. That was a memorable game at Levi Stadium, and came down to the wire, and Packers won that game 30-28 on a game-winning field goal from Crosby. So I expect, man, this is going to be a heck of a matchup. I think it's going to be a very intense game, and it's going to come down to the wire. But I have got the 49ers getting the upset in Green Bay, in Lambeau, against Rodgers and the Packers. We have beat him multiple times in the playoffs. We have the Packers number. And look, if you look at the history of the 49ers Packers rivalry, so many epic playoff matchups, and another one now coming for the history books. And the Packers cannot stop the 49ers running game. 2 years ago, the NFC Championship game, Raheem Mostert running for over 200 plus rushing yards in that game. And seeing how amazing of a season Elijah Mitchell, our rookie running back, had this year. He had 963 rushing yards on the season. Very reliable running back, very physical running back. And our offense and our style of offense, we've got George Kittle, the best player in the NFL. Run blocking, his run blocking is amazing. And obviously, when you look at the stats today, Kittle wasn't targeted very much, but the thing is, they do a lot of double teams against them, and we, use Kittle a lot in the running game. And when we got that running game going, that's when this 49ers team is at their best. And I think today, looking at the numbers, we had 37 carries. And I think Kyle Shanahan said if we have 30 or more carries, then, that's going to be a really good sign for our offense. And, when we're able to run the football and we do so very well, we're, right up there among the best in the NFL at running the football. And so I expect, us to be able to go into Green Bay, continue to play that physical style of running out there. And, man, it's going to be a heck of a matchup. Cannot wait for it. Let's see. Player of the game, absolutely phenomenal pick there, Kayla, going with Elijah Mitchell. Absolutely dominating performance for Elijah Mitchell, and just so incredible out there. And man, just what a magnificent performance. And being that we were down Raheem Mostert, we were down Trey Sermon, our rookie running back that we drafted out of Ohio State, and of course he had the big game in the college football playoffs, championship game, rushing for I think over 200 plus rushing yards. So the fact that with everything, the injuries we had gone through, Elijah Mitchell, next man up mentality, he really stepped up big time this season, and just a phenomenal year. And with our offense, the three Yak monsters, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, absolutely phenomenal today, playing incredible. And the rookie wide receiver, Juwan Jennings, was terrific. He came up clutch on some big third down plays, and it was just awesome to see that from Juwan Jennings. And man, big shout out to our 49ers defense. I mean, they got the stops when they needed to, and they just played phenomenal out there. And K'Wan Williams getting the interception. I mean, he played very well. And Emmanuel Mosley, having him back, I had, of course, spoken about how key that was last week, getting cornerbacks Dante Johnson, Emmanuel Mosley back in. You saw Mosley out there, 10 tackles on the game. Dre Greenlaw, getting him back healthy was huge, having him out there. And again, prayers go out to Nick Bosa, praying for a speedy recovery, and just praying that it's nothing serious, as he suffered a head injury. And anytime that you hear of a head injury, very, very serious. And so again, thoughts and prayers go out to Nick Bosa, and let's just pray that it's not going to be anything serious for his long-term health, and that we'll see how he's feeling, and if he'll be good to go for the Packers game. Also we'll have to see how Fred Warner's feeling. I mean, it just was so tough to see him grimacing out there with the ankle injury, but just thankfully nothing was broken as far as what I know at this moment. I'm sure we're going to get more updates on the health status of all of our guys, but obviously if we have to be without Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, I mean, that's going to be really tough. But I know we got so many guys, next man up mentality, and so we'll see. We'll see how everything goes, and just praying everything is going to check out well for our guys out there, and also to the Cowboys too, on their end for the injuries. Again, just again, the toughest part about this game that we love in football, the injuries, and just tough, really tough. Let's get to some more comments. Saying Dak couldn't handle the pressure. I thought Dak Prescott did some good things in this game. Of course, there were a lot of moments. I mean, that you can say he probably looked a bit rattled out there. And, overall, the numbers, completing 23 of 43 passes for 254 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So, I think with how great of a, regular season Prescott had, I definitely think he could have played a lot better in this game. But, give him credit, playing pretty decent out there. And, Cowboys coaches are... they need to get rid of Kellen Moore and maybe Mike McCarthy. I mean, Mike McCarthy, I thought he did a pretty good job for you guys. I mean, leading you guys to the playoffs and 11-5 record in the regular season. But yeah, I mean, Mike McCarthy, I remember him all those years with the Packers. He's lost a lot of playoff games, but he's a pretty decent coach. But I can definitely see, after a loss like this, again, there were some questionable decisions, I think, probably made on from their end. But yeah, let's see. So, oh wow, Steelers winning 7-0 in that game. I mean, as far as who I'm rooting for in that game, Steelers and Chiefs. I gotta say, I mean that's a tough one. Obviously, losing to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, we don't want to see the Chiefs move on, but at the same time, we don't like the Steelers, and they have 6 Super Bowl wins. So I definitely do not want to see the Steelers win a 7th Super Bowl. So if I had to say, as again, I don't really like both of those teams really that much between Chiefs and Steelers, but good luck to both teams out there. We'll see how that game goes. Right after I'm done here, I'm going to be checking out that game. So we are going to be wrapping up the post-game show here shortly. But yeah, thank you everyone so much checking out the post-game. Let's get to some more comments. Appreciate that, Biggie. But no, thank you. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But again, appreciate the thoughts and. Oh wow, nice tie game. Love to see a good game there. So 7-7. Thank you, Tyler, for the update. And thank you again, everyone, checking out the post game here. Now, continuing to talk about, again, got to give a big shout out to Robbie Gould as well. He made all 3 of his field goal kicks, one from 52 yards out, one from 54 yards out. I mean, those are big kicks. As you can see, this game we won by 6. So, had this game would, again, I think, obviously, Cowboys were in field goal range. So, had this game come down to, say, if we were up by 3, Cowboys could have kicked the field goal, potentially forced overtime. And, another big thing that I don't know if enough people are talking about it, but, one of the big keys, big plays and moments in this game came in the second quarter. When 49ers, we were driving down the field, and I think it was either 10-0 or it was 7-0 at the time. But, we were in a 4th and 1 situation, and, I think we were in Cowboys territory. Yeah, in Cowboys territory. And, it was a situation where we could have went for it on 4th and 1, but Kyle Shanahan elected to kick the field goal to get the points. And I thought that was a huge moment in the game to kick the field goal. And, I agree with Kyle Shanahan's decision in that moment to kick a field goal. And, time and time again, I've seen this situation happen so many times with other teams. And, I've seen it multiple times this year happen. I can remember one game in particular, the Browns and Packers. They were in a situation where Cleveland, in the second quarter, they ended up going for it on a 4th and 1 situation. They were unable to convert. And instead of kicking the field goal and taking the points, that ended up coming back and biting them at the end of the game. As Cleveland, I think they were down by 8 in the fourth quarter. 11 or some. I think it was 11. But long story short, there, they could have been within 1 possession. And the reason I bring that up because Kyle Shanahan was in that same type of situation where, you want to go for it on 4th and 1. And, I absolutely love the fact that Shanahan elected to kick the field goal. And as you can see, that ended up being so huge because with us having a 6-point lead, had Shanahan not have elected to get the points there, let's say we went for it on 4th and 1, and had we have not converted in the second quarter, it would have been a 3-point game there at the end. And of course that would have changed a lot. That would have changed everything because Cowboys would not have had to have played for a touchdown, which is what they had to do. And so, they ended up having to go for the touchdown, and they weren't in a situation where to kick a field goal to try to tie the game. So I absolutely love what Shanahan did in that situation early in the game. And again, I see coaches time and time again, they always will go, they seem to always want to go for it on 4th and 1, or when they're in field goal range early in the game. In my opinion, you always want to take the points early. You never know what kind of circumstances, what kind of situations are going to come up later in the game. So I think in the second quarter, in a situation like that, you kick the field goal, take the points. So again, this ended up proving to be huge there at the end. And so, man, what a win. What a win. And we are going to get to our picks of the game. Would love to hear who you're taking as the pick of the game. So many players to shout out. Man, Jimmy Garoppolo played incredible out there. Did a phenomenal job completing 16 of 25 passes for 172 yards, only throwing the one interception. And I mean, took care of the football, did what he made some great plays out there, and very, very composed, relaxed out there. Garoppolo, he's been in these big moments, playing for his career on the line here in this game. And I mean, I just thought he did a great job out there. And now Jimmy Garoppolo improves to 3-1 in his playoff career now. And man, he has just been phenomenal to watch, and just continuing to play and getting better every week. And I'm just so excited to see what he's going to do against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers next weekend. So really looking forward to that. And big shout out Elijah Mitchell, phenomenal game at running back. Deebo Samuel, absolutely incredible, running with the football in the receiving game. I mean, the big plays, absolutely amazing. K'Wan Williams with the interception. Emmanuel Mosley, 10 tackles on defense. Defense doing really great out there. Dre Greenlaw coming up big. Azeez Alshire, rookie cornerback Ambry Thomas. I mean, all of these guys playing so well. And man, what a win. And to go into Dallas to get this win on the road. Brandon Ayuk, phenomenal out there. George Kittle in the run blocking game. I mean, just absolutely awesome. And for my pick of the game, I'm taking Elijah Mitchell. I mean, absolutely phenomenal performance. 27 carries for 96 rushing yards. Was absolutely great out there. And 49ers dominated early, and that was huge early in the game to get that opening drive on the touchdown, and to have control of the football, time of possession. That's huge out there. When you're controlling the football, you can tire out the defense. The defense has to be on the field for a long time. So, I thought that was huge early in the game. And, I think they showed the graphic on the screen. 49ers were the first team all playoff weekend to have at least a 10-point lead on the road. And so I thought, that was huge to set the tone, because when you go on the road like that in an hostile environment, completely so noisy and loud, and you can't hear anything. It was just so huge to start out the gates as well as the 49ers did. And so I thought, Elijah Mitchell was absolutely huge in the running game and getting that done. So I'm taking Elijah Mitchell as my pick of the game. And thank you everyone so much for checking out the post-game show. Really appreciate all of your support. And let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up that like button. Thank you everyone so much. Really means a lot. I really appreciate you taking some of your valuable time out of your day to come out and check out the post game and say hi, and to share your thoughts. Just want to say thank you so much. Really means a lot. And all it takes just half a second of your time to hit that like button, and this feedback really helps out the channel big time. This feedback lets YouTube know that this video is relevant, so then YouTube knows to recommend this live post-game show, post-game stream, recommend it to all 49ers fans and football fans out there. So big shout out to all of you. Thank you everyone so much. And if you haven't done so, definitely consider subscribing to the channel for more 49ers live post-game shows. And we are going to be previewing the 49ers Packers NFC divisional playoff preview. We will be previewing that. I think probably most likely check for the video on Friday or possibly Thursday night. But make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you can be notified when I'm going live for the next post game, for the next live stream here on the channel. And so thank you again, everyone, so much. I hope you enjoy the Chiefs Steelers. Enjoy the rest of your football Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your super wild card NFL playoffs weekend. There's nothing like it. And let's go 49ers. Let's go. We got the win. Yes. Let's go 49ers faithful. We did it. Let's go. Have a great one, everyone.